What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another video. It's your boy Captain Shreds from Shreds Capital, and today I'm excited to show you guys how to flip NFTs, how to make some crazy gains. I'm talking like 10x, 50x, even 100x, what to look for in these NFT projects, and also how to find them before they moon. So if you guys have been paying attention to the NFT space, you would know that there's been some huge announcements recently. Overall, very bullish for NFTs, and I think in the short term, I believe there will be a huge volume of money coming in to NFTs, similar to what we saw back in August, like we saw here, where we saw $3.4 billion in OpenSea alone, right, in August for the monthly volume. That's nuts. And since then, we've kind of come down a little bit, but I think that very slowly we're picking up the volume again. And this time around, it's going to be even bigger, guys, because there's just so much news going on. There's just so many things coming up, and we have Coinbase, right, launching its own NFT platform, and they have I think 2.5 million plus members already reserving a spot. And then we also have probably the biggest news that we've heard recently, and it's Nike acquiring the NFT collectible studio RTFKT. Guys, this was huge. If you guys don't know what RTFKT is, I guess it's pronounced artifact. It's a crypto collectible NFT project. What's awesome about this project is that the artist Takashi Murakami, I don't know if you guys know him, but he's quite a famous artist. They did a partnership with him and called CloneX, and they created these avatars. I believe there's 20,000 of them. And if you go on OpenSea, right, you can see CloneX at the very top with a 4.7 ETH floor and 35,400 ETH volume just in the last 7 days alone. And you can see here the vial to actually mint a CloneX that hasn't been minted yet. It's currently 10 ETH floor. We saw Adidas partner with Bored Ape Yacht Club, and these companies are taking the first steps into this digital world, right? More than ever before, we see celebrities flexing their NFTs as their profile pictures, right? We see companies doing it as well. We see companies investing in NFTs. We're watching the world slowly turn digital, and eventually, if it hasn't already happened already, I think NFTs, like digital assets, will be more favorable and more personal than physical assets or physical items. We also see this news right here. NFT is Collins Dictionary's word of the year. This is gonna bring more attention and more traffic to NFT into the NFT space and into the NFT market, right? So that pretty much means that they're gonna buy your bags, guys. It's a good thing. It's a great thing. All right, guys. So when you first evaluate a NFT project, you have to look at the fundamentals, okay? And the fundamentals include the team, the community, the utility, and the uniqueness, the hype as well, right? These are all things that I look at before I invest into a project, right? Before I buy one. Also, one thing that I think is very underrated that people don't really account for is that when you buy an NFT, if you're going to invest your money into it, you should have 100% conviction that that NFT project will go up, right? I don't see the point. I don't flip NFTs that I don't like, right? Because if you do that, then you're most likely to paper hands very soon or even take a loss on it, okay? But if it's a project that you really like Doodles, I love Doodles. Doodles has been it's been going very well for me. I currently bought at 1.29 and we're sitting at 3.8. And I love my Doodle, so that's why I haven't sold yet. Even though I've made, at least a 3x, I'm not selling. And it's easy not to sell because I actually am attached to my my Doodle, right? Because I like it so much, because I feel like it's my avatar, I have a personal connection to it, I won't sell it. Should really keep in mind is that buy something that you actually like, right? Don't buy something that you're just buying just to flip. I mean, you could do that, and in some cases, that works for a lot of people, but in a lot of cases, in most cases, they eventually become illiquid JPEGs, and you're just looking at your wallet thinking, why the fuck did I buy this, right? So just wanted to mention that. So I talked about the team, right? It's incredibly important to look into the team. I guess since we're talking about doodles right now, I'll talk about doodles because this is one of my biggest conviction plays for NFTs. When you look at the doodle team, it's created by people that are well known in the industry, in the crypto industry, and they've had experience before. They've had experience in crypto kitties, and so they know how NFTs, how to run a community. They know how to do all this stuff. So that's why I'm very, that's one aspect that I'm very bullish on is the team. The team is solid and they know what they're doing. They're hyping it up. That's what really matters. In a lot of cases, people don't want a team that's not doxed, right? Because they could just rug you. They could just run away. But if there is a name, if there is a face, if the team is doxed, right, you can have more trust in them and you can look at their history, look at their reputation. So the second thing I talked about is community. Community is incredibly important because the community is like the secret sauce that really determines whether or not a NFT project succeeds or it doesn't, right? I think if anything, the community means more than the team. Even though they're both, very important, I think the community can actually take an NFT project further than the team could. I really think so. I've heard in some stories, in some cases, an NFT project was a rug, right? People got rugged, but then the community decided to take it in their own hands, right? And they actually brought the floor price up, and the NFT project was doing pretty good, right? So it shows that it's not really about the team. The team matters, but the community matters even more. So you really got to pay attention to, the community. Check out the Discord, see how the community's doing, if it's popping off, right? See if people are interacting and making their, doodles, their profile pictures or whatever, right? You want to see that. You want to see activity and creativity in a community. Another thing is utility. Utility is extremely important because you're pretty much just holding a JPEG if there's really no utility. Now, in some very rare cases, you have like a CryptoPunk, which has pretty much no utility. It's such an important piece of history, I guess, within crypto and NFTs. That's why CryptoPunks are the most successful NFTs so far. But you have other projects, right? Like Bored Ape, where you get access to parties, to Bored Ape exclusive bars, right? Like you have to be a member, you have to own a Bored Ape to get into these bars and whatnot, into these social gatherings, right? There's a lot of utility that a NFT project could provide. And if that utility is very useful and provides a lot of value, a lot of people will ape into that project. Another thing that's really important to look at is uniqueness, right? Is the project unique? There's a lot of animal projects with like 10K items, and a lot of them have failed because they're not unique. They're not special in any way. They're just a copy of something else. And lastly, what's really important to look at is hype, guys. I can't emphasize this one enough. Hype is so important. And in order to find hype, you have to be looking into, the social media platforms, looking at Twitter, especially Twitter, Discord, right? You need to find daily activity and celebrities, just very big names talking about the project. And that's so important because if a project is hyped up in the beginning, a lot of times the hype just goes away very slowly. Are hyped up at first, like you've heard about them, but now you don't really hear about them anymore because they slowly fade away. And we know that 99% of the NFT projects will fail, guys. So you really want to be investing in the best. And in order to find the best, you got to be patient. You have to find a good entry point before it moons, before it pops off. So in my case with the doodles, currently it's at 3.8, but when I first got in, I got in at 1.29. I've been holding it for like 2 months now. So I think it was around October, I got in at like 1.29, sometime around here. And you can see that, over time, it took a couple months, but we eventually started popping off. And I think very soon we'll hit like 5 ETH floor. I really do think so. And it's because of all the things that I just talked about, right? The fundamentals, the team, the community, the utility, the uniqueness, the hype, it's all there. Also, one thing I want to talk about as well is the NFT project. Is it culturally acceptable, right? Can people relate to it? Can anyone in the world look at these doodles and be like, oh, hey, I like this one. I want this one to represent me as an avatar, right? You have to be able to make these attachments to these, to these NFTs, whatever it may be. So when you guys are looking into the secondary market, I have some useful links and tools that you guys should utilize in order to get yourself the best deal or get yourself the most profit, right? So I'm here on Rarity Tools. If you guys are into NFTs, you probably already know about this one. But for those that don't, Rarity Tools is basically a website that shows all the top NFT projects and the rarity of each and how much each NFT is going for in the secondary market, right? So you can see this is CyberKong's, and you can see the rarest ones are up here. You can see the price of them are listed, if they are listed at all. And this is an awesome tool to utilize if you guys are looking for an NFT to buy, or if you are trying to sell an NFT at the best price that you can, right? And because it shows you how rare your NFT is out of the total, and it shows you the price listed around your NFT as well, so you can get the best price possible. So Compass is another tool that I want to show you guys. This one's awesome because it shows you the wallets, like the people holding these projects. Perfect. Okay. So Compass shows you all these different NFT projects. Let's click on, let's check out Noodles. It's like a derivative art project related to Doodles, not affiliated, but what the coolest thing about this tool is that if you go to the holders and it shows you, if you scroll down, it shows you how many NFTs of this project that they have in their wallet. So this guy has 8, this guy has 15, and you can see who the whales are in this project. And this is so important to look at because it shows you who is invested into the project, who are the whales, who is in control of the project pretty much, because they can dump on you. If you are just holding one NFT and some whale has like 50, they can easily manipulate the price and decide, what the value is for these NFTs. All right, guys, that pretty much wraps up the video. If you guys enjoyed the content, make sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. I'm a big fan of NFTs, and I'm constantly trying to find the next NFT before it moons. So if you guys are interested in that and finding that, make sure to subscribe and follow me on Twitter as well, where I post a lot of this time-sensitive alpha. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.